thing.
Ready for an adventure? Let's go.
Is the camera aimed at you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it, yeah. The last Watch your step.
Oh yeah, he is very content with security and very happy to do that.
Geos.
Yeah, very diligent.
Or rock and sugar geos.
Mm-hmm. So many Weston will open on the ground. I wonder if there's a restroom.
Yes, down there.
Have a great rest of your day.
Whoa.
Kate above. Tarantula.
Hey, honey. They allow it for you.
I figured they would.
Nice to meet you.
Do not bring it.
Gave y'all a discounted rate. And so y'all's price today would just be $7.
Wow.
Yeah, you are the Emily Moore,
Yes.
correct?
Thank you. I called when we left too, because I told them 2 hours.
It's a megalodon too.
That's what I just said. They're all megalodon teeth.
We got.
Be right up there.
I wasn't too sure when if y'all released at certain times.
Yeah,
Either
we
I
always
should've
do it.
asked. Yeah, for sure. We'll definitely stay with him.
He'll be meeting you down this hallway to the right, in the tour waiting area.
Okay, so we'll be here.
Right down there.
And it'll be in about 40 minutes.
In about 40 minutes or so. To the left there is the access to our local museum. You'll see a couple doors. One of them at the very bottom of the stairs. To the left, if you go up that one, that'll be and you go up all around there.
Is that a different tour?
You go through it on the cave tour top there, but it's
Go ahead. It would be cool to have.
Oh, look at these. Like butterflies
Mm-hmm.
and frogs. Cool.
Oh wow! Look,
They have a
Mom.
cat though. Look, Weston.
Look, Mom.
Cool.
Got little
That's
miners
awesome.
inside that geode.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
you want to see? Yes, please.
You.
Hey, Weston, turn the camera on.
It is on.
It is on.
Wow. That's a railroad spike. Bones.
Sheriff's Railroad, that's awful small for a railroad spike.
Well, this is spike.
Some
That's
kind
a golf club. Horseshoe. Hey, I have that Mountain Dew. Oh, almost like it.
Look, Weston, they give you flashlights. Excuse me. Sorry.
You good? To the left.
Ooh, look at that. It's like a dinosaur egg. Right. Wow. This is what we'll be seeing. I've always wanted to see one of these. Oh, I see it. There's This is a slag tie up there. There's, and then these are mites. They come up, and those go down. Whoa.
Oh, cool.
It's down there.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow.
Don't drop your phone, Mom.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
We walking down?
Yeah.
No. Wait up. Wait up. Wait up.
I'm not going anywhere.
You're going too fast. There's an incline all the way down here. So watch out. You will trip and fall. Imagine going down those.
Yeah, zip line or something,
Yeah, they have zip lines. There used to be an old cave entrance right there, it looks like. Look.
That's what I said.
Wait.
Up
There,
there.
right there. Hey, look at the stairs going up that way, Weston.
Where?
Up that way.
Goes up that way.
That's cool.
Let's go up there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm running through all the spider webs for you.
It just goes up the lock gate.
Mm. Okay, let's go back.
Go ahead. I'm in.
I'm waiting for you to cut through all the spider webs.
Oh, okay. Cut through all the spider webs. That's a lot. I don't see any spider webs.
It's an old building.
Oh, yeah. Really old building.
You think that's like 100 years old?
Maybe.
I think it's old. I think it's quite a bit older than 100.
Could be.
Maybe from like the 1800s?
Possibly. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I think it's what
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pump.
Huh. Cool.
All right, let's go.
Where are we going?
Up. Bumblebee. Watch out down these stairs. Oh my goodness.
I don't think we can go down that way.
He said we can do whatever we want for free. He said they got it. Really cold, cool air coming in from up down there.
You think I should go behind? Can we go to that one?
Probably
No admission beyond this point.
Yeah. Mustache the cat.
Should we go wait for the tour?
Yeah, I have to.
Let's go that way then. So the camera, that lantern, Weston, that's really cool.
This is a calcium carbide lamp. But it's cool, so I can make it really bright real quick.
It's probably an earth.
Oh, wow.
It's,
Wow, that does get bright.
That does
You
get
can't
really
look at it.
bright.
if you can find it,
That's really cool.
An old cave light
So what year did they use these?
from 1890 all the way on to now. They
say
still
right
make
there
them.
beside your hand.
Oh,
There's
really?
a little sheet.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
This one in particular is from the 30s.
Uh-huh.
There's no price.
But you can buy them on
The
Amazon.
bracelet of
Oh,
all
really?
of them is
What
11.
is cool is these don't
I
run
imagine it's
off
probably gonna be
of
an
like
earth.
kerosene or gasoline.
Really?
These run off of a
There's
rock.
a mini one.
So
Oh,
we got the
never
rock
mind. No,
one.
it's the mini. It's the mini.
Grandpa has one just like that.
Does he?
Yeah, but I think it's from. I think the one that Grandpa has is, looks a little bit older than that.
This one's also been polished and cleaned up.
Yeah.
That's the rock.
Huh.
So I can take this light here. Stinks, but. Or put one rock in there. Go I turn this water. See that gas?
Now it's got a chemical reaction.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
That chemical reaction produces acetylene gas.
Huh.
Can I disperse that?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit? Cut my hand here.
Oh, that's
Wow.
pretty neat.
Huh. Dang, it's really bright.
It's very bright.
Goodness. Wow, that's neat.
These also used to be car headlights.
Really? That's what I thought initially.
Horrible idea, because if you get in a head-on collision, you have, for one, an open flame and a thing that generates flammable gas
True.
that will immediately get popped.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
But you don't want.
How did it light? I know you covered it with your hand, but okay, it's a striker.
So
Okay,
you can try and strike it this way, like
yeah, but it's not cupping
So,
the gas in.
you
Yeah.
cup your hand here, you hold gas, and
Huh.
Is that cool?
That's very cool.
That's what they used back in the day.
Yeah, that's really neat.
It smells weird though. It's like
Oh,
sulfur.
yeah.
That's a guitar.
How long does it last?
solely depends on the amount of fuel and the type of fuel you put into it. The purity of the carbide will determine.
For example, the amount that you put in there, how long do you think that would last?
I put a single rock in there, but there's already carbide in here because I use this on the cables. I should be able to get a full day out of this.
Really?
Wow.
Which
That's pretty
that's it.
efficient.
It'll
yeah.
burn down to that little flame, and that's just it with the off gas. If I want to relight it, I'll just turn this lever, which will allow water from this chamber to enter down the bottom one and start the chemical reaction all over. So you can feel the bottom chamber here. If you want to grab that real quick or just tap it, it's slightly warm.
Yeah.
That's the chemical reaction. It's using the water, it's producing the gas, it's making heat. And as it runs out of water, that heat's going to dry the carbide back out. And kind of leave it in a little dormant form. And once you reinject water into it, that's going to start the whole process all over again.
Huh.
Looks like we've got everyone here. So, before we start, I'd just like to introduce myself real quick. My name's Liam. I'm going to be y'all's tour guide today. Now, before we get into the cave itself, I do have to go over the rules. I swear there's not too many. My first most important rule is just anything we bring into the cave today, we got to bring back out. That does include people, preferably. Let's bring everyone out of the cave today. Normally I have an 80% quota for bringing people back. But
Yeah, that's what they were telling me.
yeah.
Right.
Let's bring everyone back today, preferably. Other than that, please don't reach off or touch anything off the tour trails today. Repeated contact over long periods of time can actually harm the cave environment or wildlife. I heard that there is quite a bit of wildlife in the cave today, so we'll keep an eye out for that. And if we do, again, please don't touch or grab the wildlife. Other than that, no smoking or vaping while we're in the cave. And then while we head down the stairs, some of those stairs might be a little bit wet and slippery. So definitely watch your step, take your time. We don't want a domino effect going down the stairs. Though if that does happen, I will say, everyone will have another person to land on besides me. I'm just going to face plant to the ground. So if we can avoid that, though, that'd be much appreciated. And if you're all ready, we're going to start here. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful day,
Oh, it is a really nice day.
for sure.
Sort of like a last nice day before it's supposed to be like rainy. For
Oh,
like 2
I know.
weeks.
For 2 weeks. It's crazy. We need the rain, though. I'm not going to complain. My God.
What do you all do during all the rain? If it rains like a solid week, does the tours have to be?
Yeah, so rain, we don't have flash flooding in our cave, which is nice.
Yeah.
It takes a long time for water on the surface to reach our cave system, but over long periods of time with rain, we can have the water level slowly rise. For example, April last year, I don't know if you remember that really
Oh,
big
yeah.
storm.
Oh, my gosh. It rained forever.
Oh yeah, we had 18 inches of rain in our drainage basin.
Oh, my gosh. Really?
Over the period of about 9 days or so, the water rose about 110 feet above
Oh,
normal
my
river.
gosh.
So, I'd like to welcome all of y'all to Hidden River Cave and the largest natural cave entrance in Kentucky, which kind of a weird spot for it, right? Right in the dead
Yeah,
center of
it's
downtown
crazy.
Horse Cave.
Yeah.
It's not the place you would expect a cave entrance of this
Definitely
size
not.
to be. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the history here on why we are located in downtown Horse Cave. Now, this cave entrance was actually one of the very first in this region discovered, even before caves like Mammoth Cave were fully known about. This cave was first discovered in the mid to late 1790s by settlers moving westward. And of course, being kind of curious about this giant hole in the ground, they did end up going quite a ways into it, discovering the river down there, all these giant passages that we're going to go through today. And that combination, along with how big our drainage basin is, meant that with that flooding or the rain, you wouldn't see flooding ever leave the sinkhole here, which was kind of unique for the area, because, you know, if you tried to build next to a stream in the area and it rained a lot, you had a chance of your house floating away. So we started to see lots of people moving into the area using this as their daily water source, where they knew they weren't going to have their house float away during the wintertime. And this continued all the way through the 1860s when the L&N Railroad was built through the town, and we officially became Horse Cave, Kentucky, and made this our official water source. Now, up throughout that point, there was never really any infrastructure going into the cave. You sort of just had to scramble down a rock slope with a bucket, scramble back up with a bucket. It wasn't really convenient in any means. That was until the 1880s when a man by the name of Dr. Thomas moved into town. Now, Dr. Thomas is kind of a curious individual. He had 3 different professions. He was a show cave owner, so he actually owned another show cave nearby. But he was also a dentist and a mortician, which is kind of I guess a good combo at the time. If you mess up your dentist appointment, at least you are a mortician as well. But he actually lived in, okay, I swear it exists. I'm not just making it up. There's a white house with a red roof right up there. It's kind of hard to see, but if you go down the street, you'd be able to see it. So Dr. Thomas bought that 3-story house in the entirety of the sinkhole here for a grand whopping sum of $375.
Wow.
Very expensive. And the nice part about that purchase was that with it, he got all the water rights for town. So almost immediately, he built this set of stairs you can see behind me going down into the cave and began to charge 10 cents per bucket to go all the way down and all the way back up. Worst part about that, if you were coming back up during the winter time and slipped on some ice, he made sure by having people stationed on the stairs that if you did that, you had to pay another 10 cents and go all the way back down to get another bucket. Town wasn't super pleased with that. So after enough complaints, Dr. Thomas eventually relented and actually installed Kentucky's second ever hydroelectric pump system in the cave, meaning water and some electricity could be brought up out of the cave where the city was charged for access, a lot more like water companies today. And then soon after, he did get to run the first tours into the cave, right around 1916. And it looked like everything was going great, because we had a booming tourist industry, all the modern amenities, and we were predicted for a while to become one of the largest population centers in the entirety of Kentucky. Same size as like Louisville, Nashville, or Nashville's not in Kentucky, Cincinnati, and several other, even like larger cities outside of Kentucky. But again, as you probably noticed with our town, we're not exactly a super large city.
Not at all.
So we started to have some issues pop up right around the 1930s. And I'll talk about those when we can actually start to see some of those issues down there. So
Something has to do with the pump and stuff that was down here.
Gotta be careful. Golly, look at that.
you good if we come down?
Tiny bit. Look at that big spike. Probably. Ooh. Yeah, it is smoky, and the handrails are really cool. Hold on to the handrails, Mom. Oh man, I'm starting to get scared. Oh, my hands are getting cold for holding on to these.
How we doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing great, doing great. Never a bad time to be underground.
Watch out, Mom. It's slippery. Watch out, Mom. It's slippery down here. Oh, there's one of the pumps.
Huh?
There's one of the pumps. See 'em?
Yeah, I know they are.
I told you to watch out, Mom. Be careful, Mom. Be careful. Mom. Mom. Don't slip again.
How you doing down there, son?
I just took one, but luckily no dominoes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. My foot just slipped on one step.
Yeah. stairs always when they're like damp, it's like easy to like.
Oh yeah. I wasn't expecting it. Luckily, I was holding on to both rails.
Well, congratulations, y'all. You have finished about 30% of the stairs on the tour. The last and worst section we have is the last 30% going back up. So we'll take our time when we do that. But something I wanted to point out here, it's kind of hard to see normally. If you look right here, you're going to see an old set of stairs coming down. Those are the original stairs you had to go and get your everyday water. Yeah, exactly. So, as you probably noticed, with the lack of handrails and mud and yeah, very obviously not OSHA approved today.
That was quite expensive for its time. 10 cents for just a bucket.
Single bucket.
That's quite expensive for the
Very
time.
expensive. It would have been like several dollars now, like $5 or $10. Yeah. And so the town was very, very relieved when that was installed. That right there is Kentucky's second ever hydroelectric pump system. It actually consists of 3 components. You have the actual pump itself there. Underneath of it, you have the original gearbox, which is unfortunately the most destroyed section. And then up ahead, we are also going to go by a dam they installed. Now again, after all of this was installed, we were one of the largest population centers until we started to have those issues pop up in the 1930s. Whenever we had a high water event here, we started to notice that water wasn't its normal, like, brownish, as it should be with all the sediment and flood water and all that. It was actually gray, weirdly enough. Originally, they didn't understand why it was gray. It sort of had a weird smell to it. And on top of it all, people who drank it actually got kind of sick. But whenever the water went back down to its normal levels, it went away. So they weren't too concerned about it until 1946. 1946 was the year that our river turned solid black, and you could smell it from half a mile away from the entrance. It was also that time we figured out what was going on. So the issue with our area is we had a huge expanding population, big industrial centers being installed, lots of activity going on, but no ways to dispose of waste. So the idea at the time was to either drill holes 6 to 180 feet deep, dump everything down that, and then just sort of forget about it, sort of out of sight, out of mind. Or if you had a sinkhole or a low point on your property, you could also put all your trash there, and then eventually it would also just disappear. The problem is, if you did that anywhere at about 120 square mile radius here, it was going to end up in the water here. So what we saw in our water was things like raw sewage, liquid chrome metal from industrial plants nearby, things like rotten meat, whey, dairy products, just a whole slew of nasty stuff. And it was reportedly so bad that people that came down here for tours in 1946 passed out due to the smell. So our cave had to be shut down around that point, and we stayed abandoned for over 40 years. It wasn't until 1986 where anything started to get done here. That was where our organization moved into the area, and we were going to try and clean up the cave, but we weren't even sure if that was possible because our cave at the time had the title of the continent's most polluted cave system.
That's why your cave's not well known, like Mammoth Cave.
Exactly. So we had a reputation for being very polluted. We weren't very popular, and we were sort of just a dirty hole in the ground. But we were going to try and clean up the cave a little bit, so at the very least the smell wasn't reaching the town anymore. So we spent 10 years building a brand new sewage system for the region, making sure we had no industrial products leaking down anymore. So by 1996, you could stand right where we're at right now and smell nothing. The smell had improved. It was no longer wafting out of the cave or doing anything like that. And so around that point, we knew that fully cleaning this cave was actually possible. We still had issues with the water, with only one living thing living in them, something called bloodworms, which only live in sewage usually. And so we spent another 10 years after 1996 until 2006, until finally we saw large populations of our natural wildlife start to repopulate the cave. And a lot of that wildlife won't live in water that's not nearly 100% clean. And so we knew at that point, we have finally improved our water quality back to its natural levels. Now, I would still not drink that water today for two reasons. One, even if it's been dry, it still did rain like a couple weeks ago. And so sometimes we can get sediment in the water being washed down from above, things like horse and cow pastures. And then also, as this water moves through the rock here, it picks up something called magnesium. Magnesium has a real nasty effect on the human body of acting as a natural laxative. We don't have any restrooms in the cave. I'm gonna beg of y'all, please, no matter how bad those stairs get, don't drink the water. It's not worth it, I swear. Whether from the ground or from the ceiling. If you see any water droplets coming down, we call those cave kisses. We say they bring good luck. But they do also add magnesium in them, so don't drink them. But with that, sorry for talking here for so long. We are going to continue on ahead. I do want to point out one thing here real quick. These stairs right here are the steepest in the entirety of the cave system, so definitely watch your step as you go down. Take it one at a time, not 10 at once. So with that, just watch your step here. We do have one low-hanging ceiling coming up. I swear it's not claustrophobic by any means.
Yep. Yep.
Alright, so here's the low-hanging ceiling. So do watch your head right here. Watch your head. You've now finished the smallest part of the cave tour. It only gets larger from this point on. Now, before we head up into our first big dome room, this is our last major section of stairs until we're back at the entrance. So take your time going up. We're in no rush whatsoever. If y'all are ready,
Cave
we'll
kiss
start
you?
heading up
Yeah.
into our first big dome room. This is the first of the 3 big dome rooms we're going to see today. Also happens to be the smallest of the 3. Of course, I say smallest with a little bit of a grain of salt because this dome room is still 1.1 acres in floor space.
Wow.
If you've ever been to Mammoth Cave before, and the Rotunda room is about the same size as this dome room. All right. So we are going to continue on to the other side of this room, very long distance, to the stop that you've likely heard something about, the bridge.
Yeah.
We're also going to keep an eye out for any frogs. There's 2 frogs here today.
Breakfast from the bridge. You ready? Pretty far. Wow.
See down it?
So,
I'm scared.
Scared.
let's see
Why?
if I can say this correctly today. Welcome to the world's longest underground suspension bridge in a cave. I said it right that time. But if I'm being honest, I don't really like the name World's Longest
Yeah.
for a few reasons. But the main one is, well, we hold a couple other world records here that I think are more significant than being the world's longest. And the first one of which is, well, for one, we are the world's longest, but we are also the world's shortest underground suspension bridge of this kind in a cave. And that's because we are the only underground suspension bridge of this kind. Do not know why we decided to call it the longest when we could have called it literally anything we wanted to. The first, the only, the safest.
It's more catchy.
It's more catchy, that's true.
Yeah.
But it is 97 feet from where we're standing to the other side, and at its highest point today, because the water's down a little bit, probably about 48 feet above river level. And so whoever would like to go across first, more than welcome to. By the way, the
Stay
floor
close
is
to me.
see-through. If you have a fear of heights, definitely look down. Don't ask.
Good?
Yeah, I'm glad you
Yeah. You good, son? Getting scared? shaking?
Oh, golly. Yeah, it is making my legs shaky. Oh, golly. Oh, golly. 40 feet. Yeah, it's 40 feet. Oh, God. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I'm going. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah. I dropped it.
I dropped it.
Oh, golly. That was scary.
Was that fun or was that fun?
That was fun and scary.
We gotta go back up and go in between too.
Yeah. Even
Oh,
so.
this is pretty neat. So, it's
Oh,
going to be
wow.
kind of hard to see, but you see this little beetle right here?
Uh-huh.
That is one of our cave-adapted beetles, so it has no eyes whatsoever. They actually dig for cricket eggs. They're one of my favorite animals because they will actually completely get rid of human trails and dirt over time in caves. So the cave's sort of natural restoration. Well, welcome to our second largest dome room here. Just barely larger than our first dome room at 1.3 acres in floor space. And with the very, very original name of Second Dome. That's its official name on the map and everything.
Huh.
But there is kind of a unique feature of this dome room, which if you look up, we do have a small waterfall here.
I wondered what the water.
I know it's not exactly Cumberland Falls or anything like that, but we still like it. There is something wrong with this waterfall though. And I'm curious if anyone can spot what's wrong with it.
Is it black? Why is it black?
Yeah, the color. It's very like a dark gray blackish right there. And actually if you look where that water's landing, you'll see the same thing here. You've probably seen this elsewhere too. That's something called pollution scarring. If you've ever been on a trail or even seen like a statue where people have touched a lot and how it's darkened over time, that's oil or the oil from our hands soaking into that. That's the same thing that's happening here, except obviously, you know, it's kind of hard to reach up there. So this wasn't caused by touch, this was actually caused by a gas leak in the 1950s. It slowly leaked into the cave from a gas tank that was right over here. And it was a small enough crack that they didn't notice it for about 8 years. And of course, the cave being closed, they never knew it was being dumped down here.
Do we have to go back the other way to get out?
Yeah, we'll have to go back out.
Okay, I just curious. I figured.
I wish we had another entrance. And we will eventually, but not yet.
Right.
Because we do flow into another cave system, our water, so. So, how many of y'all been to a cave before?
Been to what?
Okay, there you are. Okay, so most of the people here. So, as you may know, caves have some of the darkest natural environments on the planet. The only area you're going to get quite the same darkness is going to be at the bottom of the ocean. Now I want you, before I turn on the lights here, to look out into this dome room and look at what this natural cave environment looks like. Very pretty, right? Lots of colors, beautiful. Well, now there it is. Welcome to Sunset Dome.
That's beautiful.
This is the second largest dome room in any commercial cave in the country.
What's the first Mammoth Cave?
Carlsbad Caverns, out in New Mexico.
Okay.
We actually, the largest room in Mammoth Cave is about the same size as our first dome room.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Now,
It's beautiful.
with that being said, we're going to play that game here. So the game is called the Big Room Game. It's a guessing game. I'm going to have y'all guess how much something fits in this dome room. The question was, how many blue whales would fit in this dome room? So blue whales, for some context, range from 80 to 110 feet long. And generally speaking, they're about 3,400 cubic feet in volume, about the same size as 2 school buses put back to back. Now, that being said, I'm going to try and shine my light at its max setting around this room and then have y'all guess how many of them would fit in here. If y'all manage to get the exact answer, you get a prize from the gift shop. So, are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Have you smashed them all together?
If you just like stack them up in this room, anything in front of us.
You know, if you really stacked them tight, I'd say close to 1,000. That'd be my guess. That'd be my guess.
Feel free to shout out any answers. 247.
800.